Hello, how are you guys? Hope you're all well and are fine. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for telling a friend. Thank you so much for subscribing. Even for those that are just watching and not subscribing, thank you for watching. I know and believe one day you will subscribe and the numbers will grow. Special shouts go out to web hotspot web. Yes, thank you so much for subscribing, and I believe you've shared the link. Special shouts go out to all the men on this channel. I mean, your numbers were very low before, but they've gone up, and I'm very glad and honored that you've allowed me to come into your homes and we share these meals together. Thank you so much to the ladies who have always been there, the returning subscribers, the subscribers. Thank you so much. I'm honored. And today I was thinking we can learn how to make sausage rolls. Many times you find yourself at home and all you have done with sausages is prepare them the same old way, which is normally frying in oil and out. But for those of you who don't know how to fry sausages, look up in my archives of videos. You'll see how to make sausages. Yes, and that's one of the things that you need to do this sausage roll, because we'll start off by frying our sausages, and once they're ready we let them cool as we work the dough that is going to help us make those nice delicious sausage rolls. For those of you who don't know how to make pastries, again there's a video about how to make pastries for samosas. You can stuff over the holidays and just have a good time with your family and friends. Otherwise, today let's learn how to make sausage rolls. Now what we are going to use to help us make sausage rolls is some turmeric. This is just for color because I want them yellow, I don't want them white. And I'm going to use some baking powder, some ginger, black pepper, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So this will go in with the dry ingredients, which is the flour, well sifted. Those are 3 cups of flour. Now I'll add in all the dry ingredients and then mix them well. The reason I've put black pepper, I want some bit of excitement to the dough of my pie, my sausage roll. So ginger, black pepper put together, they will make some nice music that will be good to my taste buds. And then I'll mix this and make sure it's mixed well so that it's not only concentrated to one place. I want to be able to taste the salt in every bite and also be tasting the black pepper, the ginger in all the bites. Once you're happy with the way your flour looks, that means no traces of just turmeric or just black pepper or salt. Everything has to mingle, get to know each other well. Now when I'm done with this, I'll get a bowl, create a hole in the middle, and then get a bowl to beat my eggs. Now I'll set this on the side and work with the eggs. The reason why I'm putting this separately is because I don't want to take chances when I'm breaking my egg, lest an eggshell falls in there and I don't see it or have to fish for it. I want to be able to deal with the eggs by themselves before introducing them to the dry ingredients. Special shouts go out to subscribers and viewers from Ghana. Yeah, I can see you on the dashboard. Thank you so much for viewing. And people from Philippines, please share the links and you'll be able to be revealed on the dashboard once again. Your numbers were outnumbered, that's why you are not visible on the dashboard. Now, I'm beating up my egg, and once it's nicely beaten, I'll introduce it to the rest of the ingredients. But before we go any further, remember these are sausage rolls. Now I'll show you how my sausages are. This is how my sausages are, and I'm going to be making about 22 sausage rolls. For those of you who have not watched my video on how to make sausages at home, well, you should look it up in the archives. It's there on how to fry sausages. These are already fried and cooled, ready to use in the sausage roll. Now I'll put them on the side because it's not yet time for them. Bring back the flour and then add the eggs. I put them in the hole, and I'll also put my margarine in there. If you have butter, go ahead and use it. If you have margarine, go ahead and use it. I'm going to use about 100 grams of this. I'm using quite a lot because my flour is more, but if you're using half a cup, go ahead and just use 20 grams, depending on how much flour you're going to be dealing with. My flour is this, and that is why I'm using more. I'm starting off using the spatula just to get off the ingredients, and then I'm going to be using my hands to knead, because there is no way you can know your dough is ready minus using your hands. So that is why I'm getting my hands into the bowl to knead. Now avoid over kneading your dough because it becomes tough. Now I'm going to introduce the milk. The milk I'm using is about 150 mils. But before I do that, I'm going to use a little bit of milk for now, and then introduce gradually more milk so that my dough does not get too runny. You don't want it too runny. You don't want it too stiff or hard. You just want it at right consistency where it's not sticking on your hands. The reason you see my color change is because I added turmeric to my flour. So you'll find if you're kneading at home, yours doesn't come out like this simply because you didn't add anything to it. I did add to mine, and that's why you see I have this color. This should be easy, guys, to do, and you'd have yourself another recipe on your menu of just sausage rolls. These are things normally people have at home and they eat in just one way, strictly frying or making sauce out of them. You can look up my video on how to make sausage sauce. Yeah, that one will be another good one, because with these meals that we make at home, we need to flip them up a bit and give a little bit of excitement to our menu. And for those that you're going to serve, to be looking forward to a meal that is not the normal. My dough is almost getting there, but I'll continue to knead until it's off the bowl and off my hands. Now my dough is ready. I'll put it back in the bowl, and then I'll put some small cling film on there and let it sit for about 10 minutes as I work on the other ingredients. Now, as the dough is resting for about 10 minutes to combine all ingredients, chopping up a little bit of green pepper and spring onions. These are optional, guys. I love them in my sausage rolls simply because they'll give me that aroma when I'm biting through, and there are all these surprises waiting for me to bite through. So that's why I'm chopping them up and putting them in. I don't have any cornmeal, but if I had cornmeal, I would still add it in there. I like the surprise when you're eating these different aromas waiting for you. While you expect to just have a sausage in there, there's something else exciting waiting to happen. So that is why I'm putting these in. They are optional. You can go ahead and try them in yours, or just keep them, and in there you just stuff your sausage and enjoy. When I'm done chopping these up, I'm going to add them with the spring onions. And since all these are okay eating raw, that's why I'm putting them inside. But I'm going to make sure my dough is thin. The pastry that goes around the sausage roll, it has to be thin so that these ones get a chance to get at least some bit of steam to get ready. Just a touch of the heat. Remember, the sausages are salty, so anything you put in there, when you bite through, even without salt, will be tasty. Again, it depends on what kind of sausage you're working with. But all that counts is you have a sausage in there. So this is how my green pepper looks now. And the spring onions as well, I try to slice them thinner. So you can also try and do the same at home if you're trying these. These would be an addition to your Christmas menu now that Christmas is coming up, or the festive season. You can present this to the table with a dip, maybe of yogurt or tomato ketchup. Now, time for me to take out my dough and roll it out. You need a pin and board. This is my board and this is my pin. So time for me to roll out my dough and be able to stuff the sausages in there. Now this is supposed to give me about 22 sausage rolls, and because of that, I'm trying to divide it in a way that it gives me exactly that number of pastries. So I'll slice it up about maybe 5 so that I can get 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now in each I'll divide and get 4 so that when I roll out it's the same. I get the same pastry. These will be tasty, guys, so just trust the process and go ahead and try them. One of them will be smaller because I want to make 2 out of it, and then the other one will give me, the rest will give me 4. So once I'm rolling out, I need to get 4 pastries out of this, and then another 4 from the next one until I have 22. So if you have a few sausages to work with, say like you have 4 sausages, you can just make one dough like this one. It should give you the 4 pastries that you need. I need 22, so I will use 5 of them like this size. Reason I'm saying that is because I'm going to divide them into 4. One pastry like this should be able to give me 4 pastries. So that's how it is. I will roll it out. I want them a bit thin so that they are easy to cook through. I'm trying to spread it out as much as it can go, because I know if it is thin enough, it will be able to cook through, and my onions and green pepper will also be able to get some heat. But don't spread it out too much, it is too thin, it tears. Just gauge the size of your sausage and then take it off from there. Now, like this size is good enough. It should give me 4 sausage roll pastries. So I'll first of all slice it into a half, and then again slice the other half into a half. So this gives me 4 bits. And I'll put the first sausage in here, say like this, and then pull this one, stretch it until it covers. Now, if I'm going to stuff this with onions and the green peppers, I'll show you, but this one will not have. And this will be the wrapping of my sausage roll. But I'm going to put in the others green pepper and the rest. Now, I'm just going to drizzle my sausage with spring onions and the green pepper. Like I said, this is optional for those of you who don't want to go through the cuttings, but it pays off when it's ready, because then they will smell nice inside. You just make sure it is not too stretched so that your sausage doesn't peep. So it should seal and seal really well. Every bit of it should be sealed, and then come off like this, and then you set it aside, then get to deal with the next one. Don't put too much of the onions or the green pepper, because it may cause your dough to tear. So just put a little bit and fold over your sausage. At the end of the day, you should have a good, nice wrap of your sausage. So go ahead and do this to all your sausages. Have yourself wrapped sausages, and these, once they touch the oil, will become your sausage rolls. Now I've already done 4, so I need to do another 4 until I have 22 for all the sausages that I have. Now guys, as you can see, I'm nearly done with the wrapping of the sausages. So we have our sausage rolls there. Remember, I said I'm making 22 sausages, so I'm having 22 wrapped sausages. Go ahead and try it at home this festive season and have a good time making them. You can also add garlic powder if you have it in your dry ingredients. It will also add a good flavor to your, or aroma to your sausage rolls. Now because I have 2 left, I'll just slice it up like this and just wrap. Any angle will do, because at the end of the day I just want the sausage wrapped. So doing the very last one, I'll angle it so that the sausage is covered on all angles, guaranteed coverage. You can do it anywhere as long as every bit of your sausage is sealed and covered. It will still give you a nice sausage roll. Now this is how my sausage rolls would look. Time for me to turn up the heat and get frying so that these guys can get to know the oil. Test my oil, see if it is ready for me to start frying. Yes, I can see the bubbles. That means I don't want it too hot. My sausage rolls just brown and not get ready. I want them just at the perfect heat. So I'll let it sit. They need to be deep frying, so my oil is a bit less. If you have more oil, go ahead and just deep fry them. So because my oil is not a lot, I'll be flipping them, turning until I see that yellow color, ready color for serving. Guys, this is how they look now, but the one thing I did not tell you is you dip them after you finish wrapping them up. You dip them in one egg. That way it will help with the coloring and also sealing of your dough so it doesn't split once it touches the oil. And when you see that desired brown color, golden brown color, then you know your sausage rolls are ready for draining and taking out. So mine seem ready. I'm preparing to take them out. This takes about tops 5 minutes, but remember the heat also is medium-low heat. If you go too hot, it will be that they will brown on the outside, yet they are not ready on the inside. You want them to be properly balanced so that when you serve, you have a good color that is appetizing. Remember, we eat with our eyes before we actually put on our plates to eat. So I think mine are ready. Time for them to go on the rack and tray to drain, and then I should be able to plate them later and serve. If you don't have a rack, you can go ahead and use a tissue and a plate or tray to rest your egg sausage rolls. As you can see, guys, this was easy. And when you put them on the plate along with the salad, like I'm going to plate mine, they will be irresistible. Guys, this is how our sausage rolls look like. These are pan fried, they are not baked. You could go baking if you want, but I fried these ones because I wanted them fried. Now I'm going to show you how I'll plate mine. These would go very well with a plate of salads and just have that goodness going around. And that is how I'll plate mine. So this festive season, guys, go ahead and mess up your plates. These would go before anything else because of the way you present them. I put them between my salads, and I know everyone will love them. You can go ahead and use some tomato paste if you have, tomato ketchup if you have, or just enjoy them the way they are with just salt. If you cut inside, you'll be surprised to the goodness. I'll show you how, but I want to first, my sausage roll will look on the inside. I'll cut through this one. Guys, this is how it looks. There are traces of the green, but they are not overwhelming. You can always see the green in there, and when I cut, the aromas are pulling through out of my sausage roll, and I can't wait to try this. So until next time, guys, see you and God bless. Bye bye.